I'll start this and let you pick up.
Okay.
I'm 46 and she's almost 37.
Yeah, I will be 37 soon.
And
that's just how old I am.
And Jax is 4.
And my baby was 2 though.
And Fox is 2. And imagine this: if you got like this old, crusty oven
Aww.
and like this fresh, brand new, like which one are you gonna bake your cake in? And also, I was born with a medical birth defect called spina bifida, and long story short, I'm fine. Obviously I'm living a pretty typical life, but the doctor at the time said he didn't know if I was gonna be able to have kids. And so seriously, if you could choose between a younger person who had no health issues and an older person who had medical issues, it was just kind of, plus she's better looking.
Oh, gee.
I ain't lying. All right.
Oh.
I'm gonna her go first. Oh my goodness.
So, as you may know, Jerry and I have been together for 11 years, and when we first got together, we on our match profile, we both had said we do not want to have children. So that was one of the things that we connected on. And so once we finally decided to have children and told my mom, she just about lost it. She was probably the happiest person that day. Yeah, she actually lived in Virginia at the time, and she basically told her job, I'm moving to Georgia.
Yep.
And either I can work from home or not work for you at all. Because she's like, my baby's having a baby. So.
But my family, I grew up in a small town, Southern Baptist, so I was a little more nervous, like how are they going to respond? And they were actually really awesome. They had a lot of questions. I remember my sister calling me. Awesome, I'm so excited for you, but I got some questions. And it was really cool. So we talked for, an hour. She just asked me all about the process, which we're going to kind of go over right now. And that's why we're doing this, is because people do have questions. And, of course, my sister can ask me. It's not rude to ask your family.
One is IUI and one is IVF. We ultimately succeeded with IVF, but we started off with IUI. IUI is intrauterine insemination, and basically...
She's throwing out words.
Hey, I had to go through the process. It was about a year. It was a year-long process for us. A lot of shots. There were a lot of shots involved.
Yeah, I had to give shots. That was hard for me. I had to give her a shot. How many? A lot. Like,
I had to get a nightly shot in my bottom.
And they literally drew a Sharpie on her.
Yeah,
butt.
that's right, to make sure that she didn't.
And I had to stab right cheek one night. We were camping one time. Remember down at Getaway Island, and I was giving her shots in the tent.
To make sure she didn't hit like a nerve. I had a Sharpie square on my bottom cheek. That I put into my body or why, but yeah. Oh jeez. But it involved a lot of shots to make sure that I was ovulating and all that kind of stuff. And then as soon as I was ovulating, intrauterine insemination is when they basically just put the semen inside of your uterus, and it follows the same path as if you had intercourse and were trying to get pregnant. So we tried that 3 times.
Making a baby without the fun.
Yeah, we tried that 3 times. Was not successful. And IUI is the cheaper of the 2. But I didn't want to continue trying. After 3 shots, I was like, you know what, I'm done. Let's go to the more guaranteed way. And it was covered under insurance.
Right.
And so we paid out of pocket.
I'll never forget one time I was on a run, and a straight friend of mine was like, "Oh, you're gonna have kids. I'll never forget. You're gonna have kids. You better get ready. This is so expensive." I'm like, "Do you realize we've already paid more than you're probably gonna pay for college?" I can't say
it's not that much, but it's
not cheap. I was like, I think we're prepared.
Yeah, the whole process of IVF, which is a whole nother round of shots, a whole nother round of doing things to make your in this instance, your body produce more than 1 egg so that they can retrieve them from your body and turn them into embryos outside of your body using sperm that you provide. They created embryos and set a date to put one in my uterus. We were very adamant that we only wanted 1 because we did not want to have twins. And
the doctor was like, so a lot of their statistics that they have are based on straight couples who are having difficulty getting pregnant. They don't have a lot of data on healthy same-sex couples who are trying to conceive.
Sedate you for the harvest.
Okay, yeah, they sedated her.
So when the harvest, listen to me. They sedated me when they removed.
We're gonna get the corn. When's the corn ready?
So she had to be there, and I couldn't drive and all that kind of stuff.
She is like a walking poster for just say no.
That program really got to me. Like seriously, that is
Nancy Reagan did it for you.
I know she did.
But I'm talking like caffeine. You know, like here I am sipping on my little wine. She's not judgmental. She doesn't judge anybody.
Yeah, I don't really do any of it.
Very, very clean. And so whenever I forgot how but I had to bring her home, and it was the best day of my life. She was drunk as Cooter Brown. We were walking through Kroger.
What was that saying? Who?
It doesn't matter. She was getting all the food. Like, I want to get this.
Was I really? Wow, I don't even remember this. We did IVF. We selected a day when because they have to. There's a whole bunch of monitoring that goes on through this process, and one of them is checking your uterine lining to make sure that it's thick enough so that the embryo can actually implant itself in your uterine wall, and that's where the baby grows. Pulled the eggs and did everything that they needed to do and made them into embryos. We selected, they told us the date, and they sent us a picture of the embryo that they were going to implant. And so, of course,
I'm driving.
Yeah, she's driving, and I have this picture, and I was like, oh, look, and my mom is still in Virginia, so I take a picture of the whatever they had given us, the printout. And I send it to my mom, and she calls me immediately, and she's like, "Oh my god,
she's crying!
I'm in love already!" And here I am being, the practical one. I'm like, "Mom, we don't know for a fact that it'll take, but this is, just the one that they selected to be the first, implanting." And and she's like, "No, I know it worked. There's nothing right. It's gonna work. Blah blah blah. That's my baby. I love him already. Or I love." The embryo already. At this point, we did not know his sex. And lo and behold, she was right. Jax was born, 9 months later. Healthy, and bouncing baby boy.
When they do all that, you don't have to do that the second time. You can produce other embryos, then they freeze them. And then, so when you're ready to have your second child or third or so on and so forth, they just pull one that's already frozen. And so you get to skip all the harvesting. That was
there is still shots. At least in my instance, just to make sure that they want your cycle to be scheduled and predictable, and so that your uterine lining grows on a predictable rate. And so there was still shots for our second child.
And both of them took the first time. Jackson Fox.
Jackson Fox. We do not know him.
We chose a donor. Talk about a background profile, and it's very detailed. We try to choose someone who looks similar to me, brown hair, brown eyes, similar complexion, and so on and so forth. And then health, and grandparents' health, and mental health, and things like that. I mean, that's kind of what we did.
It was basically shopping in an online catalog and looking at all of the traits.
Web-based. And if you pay more, you can do what's called like open donor. And we've never met him. But we do. It's almost like a very secure Facebook where they have pictures.
It's a monitored Facebook. So
and he's emailed us. We emailed him. We can email other children,
other families, other
that he's
parents,
been a donor for. Cool. And so that way, if there's any kind of like health issues, or as our kids get older, we're going to be really transparent. This is how you came to be. We're very proud of how you came to be. You should be proud as well. But if there's ever any questions when they get older, like who is my biological donor and what does he look like, or what was he like, we want to be open with that. We're not
additional questions. We're pretty open.
We hope that you come back and see us.
Come back and see us.
We hope that
Hey, buddy.
Jack. Oh yeah, Jax. Yeah. Jax wants to make a cameo. Come here, buddy. And this is our oldest. Our 2-year-old's in bed. Come on, come be on camera. Set your water down. You want to come say hi?
Well, it's obviously not daytime.
Come on. Hey. What do you want to say? Don't look at you. Look right here. Look at the circle. What do you want to say?
You look at the circle.
Look at the circle. What do you want to say?
Do
you like having 2 moms?
Yes, but there's actually
Excuse me.
Excuse me. There's 3 more days.
Till what?
Christmas.
Oh, whoa!
See, and people
And
worry
then,
about him having
we,
2 moms. This is what he worries about. Christmas.
I had a hard time filling up my water bottle.
You had a hard
does.
time filling up your water bottle.
Yep. It took so long.
It took
Did
so
you
long.
did you figure it out?
Yeah, but the first time I put on the wrong top.
Oh yeah.
It didn't work very good.
Oh yeah.
no.
So what are you gonna ask for Christmas?
Booster pack.
A what?
What?
A booster pack.
You-
A booster pack?
well, if Santa Claus is watching, tell him what you want.
A booster pack.
What is a booster
What is a
pack?
booster
It makes you find the
Oh, it's a
air.
jet pack.
A jet-
Oh,
Santa.
booster, as in jetpack.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
jet- Don't let. I hope Nana's not watching.
Oh, good God.
If Nana's watching, she might have a speed dial to Santa Claus. Can you say good night? Say come back and see us. Look in the circle.
No, I'm not done yet.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta go. Say come back and see us.
No, yeah, I have a little bit more.
Okay. What do you want to say?
I got one brother. His name is Fox. But we get to spend the night. But on Christmas Eve we get to make cookies in a gingerbread house.
Oh,
Can I
really?
see you tomorrow morning? But
Okay.
I'm launching my yacht tonight.
Okay, bye.
Look at say come back and see. Say
Come back and see us. Bye.
Bye.
Woo!
Oh my God, I'm crying. Oh my God. It's a brand new day at
Really? Oh, our boy's sitting at
Okay.
the door.
I know. Okay.
Don't let him in. He can at least sit on the carpet.
Okay.
He's all like ostracized.
Jax, you can come in. Today, oh wait a minute, Jax. Today we're going to focus solely on the
How we made our
children.
family.
Yeah,
No,
having children, having kids.
How we became a family.
Oh, we were a family before. We had all
I
these
know,
dogs.
but okay, how we
We're not
added,
dis- if-
how we added to our family.
Yeah, I don't discriminate
My bad. I'm not
against-
trying. My goodness.
That's called speciesism or something like that. I'm
Shush.
joking.